Hey, this is RM2K It's been a while since I've done a personal video. I was thinking I'd play through what was my first DOS game. Might have been my first video game ever. It was called Commander Keen. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it. So, we're going to go into a program called DOSBox. I'm sure any of you who are into old DOS games know about DOSBox. Let's see. Capturing video good. So the first thing I want to show you is the first version of this game, the CGA version. Hardware had already moved quite a ways beyond CGA at that point, but the version I had been given was for an older PC, so for a long time I didn't know there was another version. And back in the early 90s they had this thing called shareware. Shareware was a way to distribute games. They'd give you a full version of a game, usually as a demo, in hopes that you buy the other 2 volumes of the game, or however many volumes they were trying to sell. So this one was, you could copy and hand this out freely. It was perfectly legal. You can see the color palette's pretty bad in this. I'll just give you a quick look at what this game looks like. See, look, it's blinding. Anyway, I'm just gonna die here. This is a throwaway game. Yeah, the problem with CGA is it was actually, what I found out later, is it's intended to be used on a TV monitor. So on computer monitors, the colors are relayed very accurately. In CGA mode, that's not the case. When you're with a TV, it's actually supposed to blend together. So if you look at a CGA game played on a television, it actually looks pretty decent. You can make more colors, just because the TV is blurring things together. So it doesn't look half bad on a television screen, but on a computer monitor, it just looks horrible. Anyway, I'll be back with the VGA version of this game, which looks much better. Toodles. So I'm back. So, we'll go back to the original, or the best version of this game, which is the VGA game. You try to run the CGA game when your DOSBox is configured for for VGA. It's not going to work, so you're going to have to change the config file back to VGA if you've been playing around with CGA. Some games are backwards compatible. Apparently this was a special version made just like this, so can't do that. Let's see if this works. Keen 4. Excellent. Oh, and this is kind of a fun feature. They include this game called Paddle War. Pong, obviously. This is the first version of Pong I ever played, because I'm a 90s kid. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me play Pong, though. Alright. Let's play a normal game. I could play easy and make myself look good, but I don't know. When some people come back to their old childhood games and they play them, it looks like they know everything about it. It's definitely not the case for me. Maybe I just didn't have enough time to play it growing up, or I'm just not that kind of person. But I'm not going to be able to go and do everything perfect. So it won't be like elite playthrough or anything, but I'll try to show you every level. So I hope you enjoy this. I'll try to keep things lively and interesting. It's just me, I don't have my co-host here. If any of you watch my King's Quest video, you know that I'm more analytical when I'm by myself, so it's going to be more like a game guide than a entertaining playthrough. I apologize for that in advance. These slug enemies, they drop little piles of slime. You step in them, you die. I've never seen that in any other platforming game. I think that's pretty cool. This underground area is entirely optional. You can get these items. All these items get you as points. Which I'm not... There's a high scoreboard in the menu. But I honestly think that's from a hangover from the arcade era, where points actually mattered and you'd have your high score displayed for everybody in the arcade. In this case, it'd just be your friends and family that played the game. I don't recall any of us ever making a point to get more points than the other, though. Oh, here's another slug. These early levels, I do know where every enemy is, pretty much. These water drops. You get 100 of these drops, you get an extra life. The gun. It's a stun gun. Yeah, that's this level. Later levels might merit an entire video, but that was just a few minutes. So. I usually go to this one first. You do have a choice of where to go. Hairless Pit. This one's a little harder than the other one. What people might not know about. Secret passage here. Yes, secret passage. There's lots of them in the walls, and you just have to know where they are. There's another one here, just a couple items in the wall. And there's really no point in collecting these items. You can't shoot this guy. You just gotta jump under him. The gems act as keys for doors. Oh, I forgot. This is the main mechanic of the game. You have a pogo stick. It's like a high jump. And a lot of jumping in this game involves switching on and off the pogo stick at opportune times. Like that. In various difficulty levels of the game, you can encounter enemies in different areas that weren't there. This bouncing ball, you can ride him. He helps you get to certain places. He's completely friendly. You can also stun him if he gets too annoying. This is annoying. So that Lick, he breathes fire. His name's Lick. Breathes fire. If you jump down with him, he's gonna kill you. So you pretty much have to stay above him here. Goal is to flip the switch. Then I gotta get down here with him because there's no way back up without doing that. So I very well could die from that. Oh, I got him. That switch turns on this platform. I think it's worthwhile to go out and get these water drops on the ledges. So you never know when you need an extra life. Especially when you're clumsy like me and die a lot. I just realized I haven't done anything about the story of this game. There is a story. I'll pull up the menu once we're out of this level. Maybe a dramatic reading would be in order here. Check at any time what you have, your lives, your ammo, your drops. No one cares about the score. This was basically my Mario. I didn't know people that had NES and played Mario 3 and other Mario games, but this is what I played the most. I seem to remember there being something up on that platform. Let's see if we can get to it. Ah. Look up and down. Kind of a nice feature, especially if you're exploring. Up onto that platform. Nope, I think I got it all. It's possibly an easy game. There's like an extra life there. I don't recall. And here's the old man. Oh, thank you so much for rescuing me. I'll return to the Oracle Chamber immediately. No sweat, O Guardian of Wisdom. Thumbs up. Keaton's the Shadowlands. So there's 2 levels that you can see. I'll show you the plot of the game now. This is the, if you press F1, you get to the help menu. There's lots of stuff about the game, the story, the credits, how to buy the real later versions of the game. There are actually 2 versions. That's actually a pretty expensive game. There are 2 more versions of this game that were for pay. Goodbye Galaxy and Aliens Ate My Babysitter. I later got a hold of number 6. I've never played number 5. Apparently number 6 is not included in the Steam bundle for Commander Keen for whatever reason. They don't have the license to produce it. So if you buy the Commander Keen bundle, you're only getting 5 of the 7 games. Here's the story. Commander Keen at Goodbye Galaxy. Keen, Episode 4, Secret of the Oracle. Billy Blaze toils in his backyard workshop, busily constructing his latest invention. The photothion transceiver. Put it simple words, it's an instantaneous radio. Pick up anywhere in the galaxy and you can pick up a signal as if you were right there. After picking up a lot of very bad alien sitcoms, Billy hears a strange message spoken in the language of the Omnispeak that the Vortigons taught him. The Vortigons were the aliens from the first series, Keen 1 through 3. Zzz, moment of great triumph. Zzz, fast the Milky Way will be utterly destroyed. Can stop us now. We will remake the galaxy in the name of Ganalek. Power to our race. Power to the Sincati. Then the radio is silent. The Shikati are planning to destroy the galaxy, huh? Thinks Billy. Sounds like a job for Commander Keen. Billy once again dons his brother's football helmet, contemplating 3 questions. Who the heck are the Shikati? Where are they? How are they planning to destroy the galaxy? Climbing into the bean with bacon Megarocket's cockpit, Billy set up the launch sequence for the Gnosis 4. Gnosis 4, the home of the Gnosticines, the guardians of the oracles. They owe him a favor, so he needs to get some questions answered. The launch sequence begins. Supper time, Billy, announces Mom as she walks out to the workshop. Ah, nuts, spouts Billy. He realizes there isn't enough time to stop the sequence and cover the ship. Thinking quickly, he pulls out his neural stunner and points it at the door. Waits. One zap. Later, his mom is frozen in the doorway. Whew, said Keen. Honey, what's the matter? Said Billy's dad, coming out to the door. Double nuts, muttered Billy. He peeks past Mom, takes aim, and zap. Once at Gnosis 4, the council page runs up to him. "Ah, Keen!" "That's Commander Keen," Billy. "Ah, Captain Keen," he begins. "That's Commander Keen," Billy corrects. "The Shikadi were here. They kidnapped the members of the High Council and took them to the Shadowlands far to the west." "They didn't kill them?" Keen asks. "Impossible. They are immortal," said the page. "They just made sure they weren't able to activate the Oracle." "Well, I'll just go get them," Commander Keen said, turning with heroic determination. But Commander Keen, they also left a bunch of horrible creatures and traps to guard them," said the council page. "Well, I'll just go get them carefully, then," he said over his shoulder. Keen walks to the door and stops, turns, addresses the page. "If you keep calling me Captain Keen, I'm taking you with me." Keen boldly heads out the door as the page mutters, "Sorry." Commander Keen hops on his beam with Bacon Megarocket and heads for the Shadowlands. End of text. Escape backs out. This is the stuff that tells you how to play the game mechanics, blah 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 blah. I liked this section because you can look at the different enemies you're going to encounter. It's a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but you will eventually encounter all these enemies. Anyway, that's all for this episode. We'll keep it to about 15 minutes of that episode. I'll come back and do the next couple levels. Until then, have fun.